we just got to the rat trail system in Ridgeway, Colorado, and we've heard a lot of good things about it, so we're gonna go ahead and put in about a 10-mile ride today. We haven't seen any rats yet. We saw a ground squirrel? Chipmunk. We saw a chipmunk, so we'll see if we can find any rats, but we're gonna go and do some riding. As we're getting fired up here, it seems like the wind has come back into our lives, if you can hear that. Seems like it follows us around. We had a few days off, but now it is back. Should also mention I was appreciating my Smith photochromic MTB attack glasses. The photochromic lenses on these things are so freaking good. If there's any little bit of clouds in the sky, I just go with my photochromic lenses, and I would recommend the heck out of those if you can get your hands on them. Smith MTB Attack photochromic, and I'll put a link down to the glasses down in the show notes. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. On the Big Cheese Trail here, it's got some really nice switchbacks, so when you're actually changing direction, the climbing is hard, but it's only short-lived, and it's a really nice smooth incline otherwise so far. As you can see, the wind is back, mostly just because I turned on the camera, I think, but it's not too bad. It's not like pushing us off our bikes or anything yet. Should mention that as we're still climbing up here, fueled with the UCAN powder today, and we did a workout before this where I felt terrible, just awful for some reason, but took 2 scoops of that UCAN, mixed it up with some perfect aminos, and I feel pretty darn good. I don't want to jinx it, knock on one of these trees, but just so that you have an idea of what works well, because I feel like of the bike channels that we watch, people don't talk about that too much, but it's a great thing to know. So we really like UCAN, and then I'll even have a honey stinger from time to time, which I've really liked, or some Scratch energy chew things. But I have these Invisalign in right now, so anything chewy like that is not a good idea. But we like Scratch as well. So basically, you have the UCAN for the sustained, feel good long-term energy, and then Scratch or honey stinger or tailwind or something like that for a good kick in the butt sugar rush if you're feeling like you're crashing or something. One note that Emily made is that this is a very intermediate trail system, so there are a couple of blacks, but it's mostly just blues, and so far we are not seeing anything too crazy. You'll see if it comes up here on the video, but it's supposed to be a great intermediate trail system. We just got on the Ratical trail, and we learned that RAT stands for Ridgeway Area Trails, so it's not just about the rodents. Staying on Ratical. Surfing around the corners. Got some extra dry, loose stuff here. Around the corners at least. As you can probably see and hear me sliding out. Watch out for the tree. Broad shoulders are not good for trees hanging out in front of the trail. Hesitant to go too crazy on this guy because of the looseness and the rocks that can throw you out to the edge. Just keeping the eyes on where you want to go. Let's see, we're headed to the Plagueround. Don't want to catch the plague on the Plagueround, but we're gonna give it a shot. See how it goes. Getting ready to film my review of these Adidas 510 Freerider Pros that are super sweet looking that I picked up about a month ago. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see that review. I've been doing shoe reviews for a long time. This will be my first mountain bike shoe review, so it'll be cool to get one of those out there. Lots of rollers here, kind of fun. It's like a pump track. See if you can do it without pedaling. Nope. Well, maybe, but it's just more fun to pedal. The Plagueround. It was fun. It was kind of this rolly, flowy trail. Unfortunately, because Trail Forks requires you to go all the way to the end of the trail to count it, we probably will not get any credit for riding the Plagueround. I feel like Trail Forks should at least tell you partial trails that you've ridden, and that would be cool. And then, so you have a category for each. just got under Rattus Maximus. We're headed towards the rat trap. All right, on to the rat trap. Hit my head on the tree. Ah, sand. All right, we just got on the Squeaker. First black of the day. Now we're onto the maze, headed back down to the road. I gotta be careful about jumping. I could hit my head on trees again. Yeah, look at that. Most of the trails in this system are incredibly well marked, except for a couple. And it's kind of weird because my Garmin map does not even show that there was a Y or two trails where we just stopped. So, the trail fork said to go this way. Ugh. Gears be too low or too high. just getting back to the van. That was a fun trail. Very intermediate though. Even the black had like one feature, and that's why they called it a black. But it was fun to like get some fitness out there. The rolling and like the pumping on some of the trails that we did were fun for sure. I feel like they could add a few more jumps in some of the kind of like low sloped areas to make things a little bit more tricky and interesting, or maybe like a secondary technical line. They had space for that, so hopefully the trails keep getting developed. But it was a fun system. I definitely would recommend hopping in here, getting some spinning in. So if you enjoyed this, you can check out the route that we rode down below in the description, and we appreciate it always if you click through the links in the description as well, because we post things like our favorite gear and all that fun stuff, and that helps our channel to continue moving forward and growing. So we appreciate that. Give us a like, thumbs up, give us a subscribe if you really like us, and hit those notifications on, because we got videos coming at you a couple times a week usually.
Have a fantastic day.
There you go.